This is a really good question. Typically, when you refinance, you're refinancing for one of three reasons. You're either going to lower your interest rate, you're going to shorten your loan term, so you're going to go from, call it a 30-year mortgage to a 20-year, or you're going to take cash out. But what I would imagine what most people want to do at this point is to lower their interest rate. The general rule of thumb when you refinance is if you can save at least 1% off your interest rate, you kind of start looking at the opportunity that could potentially be there for you. But here's the thing you got to remember. You can't just continuously refinance, especially if the economy gets worse and rates start to come down, because you might be at 7%, you might refinance to 6, and let's say rates go to 5, you refinance down to 5. What a lot of these companies do out there that have these call centers or some of these online lenders, they solicit tons of refinances. Like, that's how they make their living. The problem with what they do and how they market it is that they advertise a really, really low interest rate. And to the average consumer, that's all they care about. They'll say, oh, I can go from 7 to 5.5%. I'll take that all day long. That's a great rate. But you don't read the fine print, and you're not looking at the total closing costs that go into doing that loan. And I've seen customers where they've gone to other lenders and they come back to us and they're like, why the heck is this guy charging me all this money? Because you're not looking at the fine print as far as how much points, costs, and fees they're charging you for that interest rate. There's no lender out there that's magically offering significantly lower interest rates without you having to pay the cost to get it. There's always going to be a cost to get that low interest rate, because if it was for free, that lender would have every single home transaction in the country going to them. So it doesn't necessarily work that way. So that's why when you look at refinancing, you got to look at the entire cost that goes along with getting it done. How much money are you potentially saving? And what's your break even? How quickly do you recoup the closing costs with the savings that you're experiencing? Or you look at doing a first lien HELOC, get you into your home, possibly pay it off within a few years if you have the cash flow to support it, and you can completely destroy a traditional mortgage by using the first lien HELOC strategy. And if you don't know what that is, go check out some of the other videos on my page. I talk about it every single day, and I show you how we help customers get out of their 30-year fixed mortgages and typically pay it off somewhere between 3 and 7 years. And the biggest key behind all of this is when you look at the effective cost of interest of what did it truly take them to pay off some of these mortgages. And in a lot of cases, we're getting it down close to 1%. You might say that's crazy. You might call it bullshit, but it's math. You just gotta look at the numbers. So I would recommend a first lien HELOC if you can afford it. It's the best way to go.